Hello and welcome to Game Time Sports here at Norristown High School for a Connie Mack A-Division matchup between the Centennial Panthers and the Norriton Marshals. My name is Brendan Flato, bringing you tonight's action. On camera for us today is Connor Lauerman, and at producer is Michael Lee. And the starting pitcher for Norriton is number 16, Caleb Marcato. He'll start his day against the leadoff batter for Centennial, Colton Brown. Both these teams with the same amount of wins here in the Connie Mack A-Division this season. As we near the playoff stretch, here's the first pitch. It is popped towards left. In is the left fielder, and he'll make the play. That is number 9, Shane Gorino, making the play out in left field to start it off for the Marshals. That one is lined down the left field line and deep. It is fair. Fair down the left field line. Oh, no, it's going to be called foul. Not much of a signal. But that was Lucas Lorenz, the 2 batter for Centennial. Here's the 0-1, taken low and outside. So 1-1 count to Lorenz. The 1-1 goes up and over the back of Lorenz to make the count 2-1. Shane Doyle doing the catching for Norriton tonight. So here's the pitch, just outside. They'll make the count 3-1 here. The pitch hit sharply down the third base line and foul. Lucas Lorenz hitting the ball hard here when it comes into the zone. It'll run the count full. But both times he has made contact, it has been with force. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Line down the third base line and foul again. Wow. These ones are just foul. Mercado steps off here. Readjusts his hat. Now Mercado's 3-2 offering is skied. Canicorn to left, and the catch is made. That's Gorino out there making his second catch of the game, and quickly there is 2 outs for Norriton. And that'll bring up Matt Boyle. Here's the pitch to Boyle. Grounded sharply back up the middle. Ranging as a second baseman, it's under his glove. It's a base hit for Matt Boyle. We'll take another look at that base hit. Good job going right back where it came from for Matt Boyle. And he's the first base runner to reach here for Centennial. That'll bring up Vinny Whitting as he takes outside. They'll check the first, and yes, he did. So 0-1 here after the check swing. Here's the pitch, and it hits him. Whitting is plunked, and that'll put runners on first and second for Centennial. So 2 outs for Mercado. He'll have to work himself out of this jam as Charlie Pagano will stride to the plate. Boyle at second, Whitting at first. Pagano steps to the plate. The pitch from Mercado is skied out to right. It's shallow. Out goes the second baseman. In comes the right fielder, and it's not going to be caught. 1 run will score. That's Boyle. Going to third is Whitting. The play at third. He is safe. We'll take another look at that one. Just out there in the no man's land, past the second baseman, and lands just in front of Matzinger. And Centennial strikes first in the top of the first. So Whitting advances to third. Pagano at first, and up is Widener. Widener swings and misses. Good pitch by Mercado, finding the upper inside part of the strike zone. He'll kick and deliver. The slide step, and that one is sent out into left field. Ranging back to left fielder, he makes the over-the-shoulder catch. That's Gorino out there again, and that will retire the side. Centennial leaves 2 on base, but they get 1 across. It's 1-0 Panthers. We'll head to the bottom of the first right after this. And welcome back to Game Time Sports and our presentation of the Bucks-Mont Connie Mack A Division. Today's game features the Centennial Panthers and the Norriton Marshals. And on the mound for Centennial is Mark Kugler. Kugler will face the leadoff man, Jackson Murphy, for Norriton. So lefty steps into the box. Here's the opening offering from Kugler. It's taken outside. The 1-0. Taken outside again. Just about the same spot as the opening offering. Kugler's pitch. In there for a called strike on the inner half of the plate. So if the outside isn't working, why not try inside? Two-one pitch, taken high. That looked like an off-speed pitch there from Kugler. Just never quite got it to break. Here's pitch. Grounded sharply to third. In on the grass. The third baseman is up with it. He'll throw over to first and make the play. That is Vinny Whitting over there at third base. He was plunked in his first at-bat. Made it to third on the base pass, but couldn't score. As now Shane Garino steps to the plate for Norriton with one away. Here's the first pitch he'll see. And it is lined sharply towards right. But there is the right fielder. He'll make the catch. That's Peter Borgman. Out there and right. Sometimes the hardest ones to catch are the line drives hit right at you, but he did a good job there. And well hit by Garino. Just couldn't find any open space out there in the outfield, as that will bring up Antonio Morales. Morales, the three-hitter. Skies it back towards the pitcher's mound. Back is Kugler, and he makes the catch! What a play! We'll take another look. Mark Kugler, take a bow. Nobody else was going to be able to get there. The only chance for an out was Kugler. Did a nice job to keep his footing, going back on the mound and then falling backwards. Makes a spectacular catch to retire the side in order. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Game Time Sports' presentation of the Bucks-Mont Connie Mack A Division. And welcome back. Let's take another look at that catch from Kugler to end the last half. Does a great job going backwards, and he makes a spectacular catch. That one is most certainly going to be on the radar sports player of the game, but we shall see. It's only the first inning. And a new pitcher in for Norriton. It's Elliot Bartlett. taking the mound and replacing Mercado. The first man the lefty will face is going to be Peter Borgman, as Borgman takes high to begin the second inning. 1-0 count. Bartlett's pitch. Swing and a miss from Borgman. That one is hit sharply towards third. And through the hole over there on the left side. It's going to be a base hit for Peter Borgman. Good piece of hitting there. Just hitting the ball hard somewhere. You can see Logan gave it a run over there at third, but just went under his glove. That one is fouled off. So conversation out here at the mound. Schmidt is at the plate as he swings and misses. Andrew Schmidt, the 8-hitter in this Centennial lineup. The pitch. Swing and a miss. So a strikeout here for Elliot Bartlett, as they'll bring up the pitcher, Mark Kugler, with a man on first and one away. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. A pickoff over to first will not be in time. So the 0-1 count. The pitch is hit hard and deep to left. That one is going to one-hop the wall and go out of play for a ground rule double. That one is out of play, so the runner will have to stop at third, but Mark Kugler drops the barrel on one, and he continues this impressive day. Let's take another look. He smoked that ball. It was headed out towards the wall, just landed fair and rolled down the hill out of play. So a ground rule double, but that one probably had a run and 3 bases written all over it for Kugler if it had stayed in play. But it'll bring us back to the top of the lineup with Colton Brown. Bartlett's pitch. Grounded sharply to first. And Brown will be retired by Murphy. But a run scores, so the job well done for Colton Brown. And Centennial doubles their lead to 2. So 2 outs now, with Lucas Lorenz striding to the plate. He'll sky one foul to the right. Lorenz 0 for 1 on the day, but he hit a bunch of foul balls hard to the left side. Here's pitch. Skied in the infield. In charges second baseman, but it's going to be the first baseman, Murphy, who camps under it and makes the play to retire the side. One man left on for Centennial, but once again, they scratch across a run. We'll head to the middle of the second inning. It's Centennial 2, Norriton nothing. You're watching Game Time Sports' presentation of the Bucks-Mont Connie Mack A Division. Welcome back to Game Time Sports. Mark Kugler still on the mound for Centennial. He's played a big part in this game so far. Made a great play to end the last inning on the mound and then hit a rocket of a ground rule double into the trees. So I'll look to continue that good start here. He faces number 34, Connor Logan, the cleanup man for the Marshals. The first pitch from Kugler is skied out to center. Ranging as a center fielder, he'll make the play. It's Brown out there in center. Making a fine play. As we see if we can take another look here, but the first pitch is taken up high. Centennial comes in this one with a record of 3-8. Norriton a record of 3-7. That one is hit sharply towards short. Backhanded and thrown across the diamond in time. That's Lucas Lorenz out there at shortstop. We'll take another look at that one. Great range by the shortstop. Moving well to his right. And making a strong throw across the diamond to record the second out of the inning for Centennial. Kugler will deliver. That one is outside. Nico Echeverina up at the plate for Norriton. As he skies one to Lorenz in center, but he's under it and makes the play. 1, 2, 3. Goes to the side, and Kugler continues to dominate on the mound as we will head to the third. It's Centennial 2, Norriton nothing. You're watching Game Time Sports' presentation of the Connie Mack A Division. Welcome back to Game Time Sports. Let me tell you about my friends over at On the Radar Sports, helping athletes and families take control of their sports journey. With your free athlete passport, you can manage your recruiting journey, connect to exclusive baseball exposure experiences, track your development and performance metrics, discover showcase opportunities, and much, much more. Whether you're working towards your next season, your next team, or your dream college opportunity, On the Radar Sports gives you the tools to stay connected, informed, and ready every step of the way. Activate your free athlete passport today at otr-sports.com. Again, that's otr-sports.com. On the Radar Sports. One passport, unlimited possibilities. All right, and that'll bring up number 1, Matt Boyle, to face Elliot Bartlett here to kick off the top of the third inning as he takes inside for a strike. Bartlett beginning his second inning of work here for Norriton after Mercado got the start as Boyle sends one sharply towards center, but ranging back and making the play is Morales. And there's one away for Norriton. Matt Boyle, the 3-hitter, retired here for Centennial. It'll bring up Vinny Whitting. Whitting was plunked in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. Taken high. A good opening offering, though, from Bartlett. Here at Norristown High School, the 1-0. In there for a strike. A good comeback pitch for Bartlett. My name is Brendan Flato, excited to be bringing you the action today. As that pitch is in there for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Michael Lee is our producer this evening. Connor Lauerman on camera. Here's the pitch, and that curveball goes wide. 2-2 the count now to Whitting. The 2-2 from Bartlett. That curveball taken high. Back-to-back off-speed pitches. He hasn't really been able to get to break into the zone. Whitting doing a nice job not to chase. So here's the 3-2. In there for a call at strike 3. Bartlett battles back. After letting the count go 3-2, he fires one in the zone and gets the backwards K. To get 2 quick outs here for Norriton, as it'll bring up Charlie Pagano. Pagano is 1 for 1 on the day as he fouls one right off the umpire. That's going to hurt. That is a tough spot for the umpire. Absolutely brutal. As an umpire myself, I can feel the pain. So 0-1 to Pagano as the ball is back in play. Bartlett kicks and fires. That one is fouled back. 0-2 the count. Looking for the 1-2-3 inning. The pitch. Breaking ball just low. There's a good left-handed slider there from Bartlett. Just below the knees, though, and it'll make the count 1-2. A great pitch, though, in an 0-2 count. Trying to see if you can get the batter to fish. Pagano did not. The pitch fouled straight back. Fouled right at our camera there. A great setup we have here, though, at Norristown High School. A little press box up behind the backstop. A nice hill for us to set up our cameras as here's the pitch that's inside. Skip that one in there, and the count is now 2-2 to Pagano. As he fouls another one off. Good fight here from Pagano as he looks to add a second hit to his resume today. Here's the pitch. Lines sharply to right, but there to make the play is Matt Singer and retire the side in order. 3 men come to the plate for Centennial. 3 men set down for Norriton. We'll head to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 Centennial here on Game Time Sports as we present Mont Connie Mack's A-Division Baseball. Alright, and welcome back. Here on Game Time Sports, Centennial leads it 2-0 over the home team Norriton. So it'll bring to the plate Tyler Matzinger. As he lines one to left field, and that one will get down for a base hit. Just inside the foul line, Matzinger will turn and head for second, and he will be in there standing up. A leadoff double for Tyler Matzinger. We'll take another look. That one left over the middle of the plate, and Matzinger made him pay, sending that one flying down the left field line. And it'll bring up Shane Doyle. The pitch to Doyle, he squares and attempts to bunt, but is unsuccessful as he whiffs on it. Kugler's still on the mound. He threw 2 no-hit innings before Matzinger broke up the no-hit bid. Now Doyle looking to do his job and move the runner over to third. The pitch, and he pulls back. They tried to appeal that one, but if the field umpire is in the C position, a lot of times they are not going to overturn a home plate umpire's call. So 1-1 count. Doyle at the plate. He doesn't square this time and takes it on the outside corner for a strike. The first 2 that he attempted to bunt at, the second one at least where it's assumed that he will bunt again, he showed kind of late. You almost, if you're going to sacrifice, which it looked like those are, you almost want to show it early and just make sure you can get it down. Eliminate the moving parts, but he's not looking to bunt anymore as that one is taken outside as well to bring the count to 2-2. The 2-2 to Doyle is swung on and missed, strike 3. So Kugler responds with a strikeout after the leadoff double. And that'll bring up Caleb Mercado. He got the start on the mound. Or correction, a substitution has been made. It's now Elliot Bartlett in for Mercado. So Bartlett replaced Mercado on the mound. He now replaces him in the box as well. Here's Kugler's pitch. The breaking ball is taken high and away. The pitch to Bartlett. Inside. So a 2-0 count. And Schmid will go out and have a chat with his pitcher. So a 2-0 count here to Elliot Bartlett. Kugler on the mound. As Bartlett turns and squares with 1 out, he'll pull back. And it's a 3-0 count. Likely a fake bunt in that situation with one out. You're not really trying to concede an out via the sacrifice bunt, unless Bartlett's got some wheels, but then you probably wouldn't want to show as early as he did. The back pick to second, nothing doing. As Matt Singer is in easily. A little bit of a flop there at second to slide back in, but no real contest on the inside move as the count remains 3-0 to Bartlett. The pitch from Kugler. Taken high and away, ball 4. And Elliot Bartlett works a walk to bring it back to the top of the lineup, and Jackson Murphy. So Norriton is threatening. Both these teams looking to jump each other in the standings. Both with just 3 wins. Technically, Norriton is ahead of Centennial with just 7 losses, but at this stage in the season, it more matters how many wins you have. The losses will even themselves out once everybody's played the same amount of games. So here's the pitch. Swung on, lifted in the left field gap. Over is the left fielder. He'll let it bounce in front of him, and it gets by him. Around to score is Matt Singer. Another run being held at third, but Norriton has cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1. We'll take another look at the double from Jackson Murphy. The lefty does a nice job to poke that one out into the left center field gap, and it takes a bad hop on the left fielder Pagano. It gets by him, and a run scores for Norriton. With 2 outs, maybe they send that runner going around third, but they hold him here at the top of the order. It's now Shane Garino, the 2-batter for Norriton. He'll face Kugler. Kugler's pitch fouled away. Oh, 1 pitch from Kugler is fouled away. So an 0-2 count with runners on second and third. A big spot here in the bottom of the third. Centennial still clinging on to a 1-run lead, but Norriton trying to do something about that right here. The pitch from Kugler is high. Couldn't get the breaking ball down there, and the count is 1-2. Not a bad pitch, though, in an 0-2 count, seeing if you can't get him to chase. But you'd like to bury that breaking ball rather than leave it above the zone or potentially hang it in the middle of the zone. The pitch taken outside. So 2-2 the count. The pitch taken low. It's now 3-2. So a big spot here with Antonio Morales at the plate for Norriton. Murphy at second. Bartlett at third. The 3-2 pitch. Taken high, ball 4. And the bases are now loaded. No better man to have at the plate than your cleanup man. Or correction. It's now Antonio Morales at the plate. So the batter who just walked was Shane Garino. So the 3-hitter at the plate. Not a bad guy to have at the plate either with the bases loaded. It's Morales. Here's the pitch from Kugler. In there for a called strike at the knees. A good response there from Kugler. With just one out and the bases juiced. Antonio Morales swings and grounds one over to short. To second for one. The throw to first won't happen. Or correction, it did happen. It got away, allowing another run to score for Norriton. So a 2 RBI fielder's choice with an error will give Norriton the lead. So we take another look at everything that went down there. It was a ground ball to short. The throw to second. The throw to first got skipped on past the first baseman. It was ill-advised at that because they never really had a chance to get Morales going down the line. And it's 2 runs for Norriton as they take the lead. The throw to second base, not going to get him. Schmidt with a good throw, just a little bit up the line towards the second baseman. And it allowed Morales to go in standing as now Connor Logan is at the plate with a 1-0 count. The pitch fouled away. The runner was moving towards third there. With 2 away. You don't want to make the third out at third, but it seems that they are confident in the speed of Morales. Here's the pitch. And it is skied deep to right, ranging back to right fielder. He won't get there. It's over the head of Bergman. 1 run will score. Logan rounds second. He's headed for third. The throw to third is off the mark. And it's an RBI triple for Connor Logan. We'll take another look. Connor Logan got a hold of that one and skied it way over the head of Borgman. And he was in sliding at third with a triple. So an offensive explosion for Norriton after being no hit for the first 2 innings of this ball game. They've come back firing in the third to double the Centennial lead. And it will now bring up Jude Leary. The pitch to Leary. Taken upstairs. Kugler right around the zone. But it seems the time he's found it this inning. It's been right in the wheelhouse of Norriton. Here's the 2-0 offering from Kugler. It's taken outside. It gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for Logan to advance. So the count is now 3-0 to Leary. Leary digs in from the right side. He's 0 for 1 on the day. The pitch. Taken high and in, ball 4. It'll put runners on the corners with 2 outs. It'll bring up Echeverria. He flew out to Lorenz in center, or question, Brown in center his last at-bat. As that pickoff is not much of a contest over there at first. Runner goes. The throw to second is faked. And a first pitch ball. Echeverria with a 1-0 count. The pitch. Taken high and inside from Mark Kugler. That pitch taken on the outside corner for a strike. It'll bring the count to 2-1 to Echeverria. That one is outside. 3-1 now. The Centennial right-hander looking to work his way out of a jam here with 2 away in the bottom of the third. Norriton looking to extend their lead. The pitch. Downstairs, ball 4. It'll load the bases up again. Schmid will go out to the mound to have a conversation. It's his second mound visit of the inning, but he's just the catcher, not the coach, so don't need to pull any pitchers here. Here's the pitch. In there for a called strike at the knees. Norriton is batted around this inning as Tyler Matzinger is back at the plate. He led this inning off with a double down the left field line. And he sends another one, hard hit out to left. It's going to drop in for a base hit. 1 run will score. Another one is rounding third, heading for home. He'll score as well. And it's a 2 RBI single for Tyler Matzinger, who has been smoking the ball all over the yard today for Norriton. He's now 2 for 2 with 2 very hard hit base hits. He broke up the no-hitter earlier in this inning, and now he drives in 2 with a line drive single to left. We'll have a pitching change here at Norristown High School. We'll take a break. You're watching Game Time Sports and our presentation of the Bucksmont Connie Mack A Division. And welcome back to Game Time Sports. A pitching change here for Centennial. Now on the mound, number 7, Sean Go. The first batter he will face is Shane Doyle. Norriton's offense has exploded for 6 runs here in the bottom of the third. As Go's first pitch is grounded over to third and past the backhand of Whitting. 1 run will score. Another run will advance to second. That's Matt Singer advancing to third on the double by Sean Doyle. And it will extend the lead. Whitting was shaded very far to the left there. That one got down the third base line. Not much he could do with where he was playing originally. So a good job of finding open real estate right on the line for Doyle. And it will extend the Norriton lead to 7. Well, 7 runs. They lead it by 5. So the last batted out will head out there to second to run. And it'll bring up Elliot Bartlett. Bartlett takes in for a strike. Bartlett walked in his first at-bat. So he takes inside there. He's the pitcher of record currently for Norriton. It's been a while since he's been out there. So we are now an hour into this one. You're in the bottom of the third. The pitch from Go. Taken for a called strike. Good spot there for Sean Go. The pitch outside. The pitch, swing and a miss. And Bartlett is down on strikes. But not before Norriton explodes for 7 runs. Here in the bottom of the third, they take a 7-2 lead here as we head to the fourth. You're watching Game Time Sports and our presentation of the Mont Connie Mack A Division. And welcome back to Game Time Sports. So that first pitch is sky deep to left. Under it is the left fielder, and he will make the catch. That's Shane Garino out there in left. It's his third caught fly ball of the game. That was DJ Widener, who flew out there for Centennial. It'll bring up Peter Borgman. The first pitch to Borgman is taken outside. It looks like a slider there from Bartlett. Double zeros. Kicks and delivers, and he induces a fly ball in the infield, and it is dropped. A sliding effort, not enough out there at shortstop from Leary. And it will be an error. And the first base run of the inning for Centennial. That'll bring up the catcher, Andrew Schmid. So he's taking another look at that sliding attempt. Just couldn't quite bring it in. That one was skied out there, though. Here's the pitch from Bartlett. Fouled away. The runner was in motion. Schmid 0 for 1 on the day. He's doing the catching duties as that one is over to first. Almost got him. A good left-handed pickoff move from Bartlett. We've seen him use it a couple times. That one probably the closest of all the tries. As he throws over again, that one's not going to be close. Borgman over there at first. An average size lead from him is that one is swung on and missed by Schmid. He had a strikeout in his first at-bat. Looking to avoid that here as he's got an 0-2 count. Bartlett kicks and fires. It's grounded sharply to third. With the backhand, he'll throw over to first, and it's dug out over there at first base for the out. That's Logan throwing over to Murphy for a nice play. We'll take another look here. That ball was scorched down the third baseline. A nice job over there by Logan to take it on the backhand rather than trying to square it up and throw it. A good ball over to first and a nice dig over there by Murphy. As it'll bring up number 7, Sean Go. He's in for Mark Kugler, both on the mound and in there at the plate. As the pitch from Bartlett is fouled back. Kugler hit a bomb of a double in his at-bat, but since he's now out on the mound, he's also out in the batting orders. That slider is in for a strike. The runner will advance to third, though. That's Borgman. So now a runner on third with 2 away and an 0-2 count. If Bartlett can throw another slider like that, he's going to have a good chance to get a K here. The pitch. Grounded to second. Up with it is Echeverria. His throw to first can't be dug out by Murphy, and a run scores. The throw just kind of spiked by Echeverria. And it's going to result in an RBI for Go. So I'm just kind of chop that one over to second, but the throw just too low for Murphy to dig out on the short hop as that one is in there for a strike. It's back to the top of the lineup with Colton Brown at the plate for Centennial. They're looking to do damage here with 2 outs and a 4-run deficit. The pitch fouled straight back. Right at the camera. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. Beautiful night here in Norristown, Pennsylvania. So that one is skied foul. Headed back towards us. It's over our head. And off the school. Good setup they have here, though, at Norristown for a baseball field. A net backstop. Always a fan of that. The pitch. It got him. So Colton Brown is plunked. And it'll bring up Lucas Lorenz with runners on first and second and 2 away. Tough break for Bartlett there. As he had him in a good pitcher's count, but just couldn't put him away as Brown reaches first and Lorenz steps into the box. The pitch. Taken high. Lorenz is 0 for 2, but he's hit a bunch of balls hard, just foul though. So look for him to try and get a pitch he can drive here. Maybe bring in Go from second. The pitch. Inside, almost got him. A good job behind the plate, though, by Sean Doyle. Keeping that one in front of him, not allowing Go to advance to third. And subsequently, it would have allowed Brown to reach second. That one is high and in. So a 3-0 count to Lorenz. Looking to do damage. Here with 2 away in the top of the 4th. The pitch. Sent hard down the line, but foul again. So a 3-0 green light there from Lorenz. He just couldn't get it fair. The pitch. Fouled away. It's full. So from a 3-0 count to a 3-2 count on 2 back-to-back foul balls from Lorenz. Puts Bartlett right back in this count. Here's the pitch. Skied out to right. It's shallow. It's going to be trouble. In on one knee and making the play is Matt Singer to retire the side. Centennial looks to do damage, but they leave 2 on. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. It's Norriton 7, Centennial 5. Correction, Centennial 3. Welcome back to Game Time Sports. Let me tell you about my friends over at Merino Surfwear. It's a sustainable surfwear brand that's making waves in eco-friendly fashion. Merino isn't just a surfwear. It's a commitment to the planet. They use recycled materials and sustainable practices in everything they do, so you can look good and feel great about it. With designs changing every season and holiday, there's always something new to enhance your style. Whether you're catching waves or just soaking up the sun, Merino has the right look for you. View their latest seasonal and holiday designs at merinosurf.com. Again, that's merinosurf.com, and make sure you use code GAMETIME at checkout for 5% off. Merino, stylish, sustainable, and perfect for your next adventure. And then Game Time Sports is your go-to for high school sports broadcasting, and now your business can be a part of the action. Promote your brand with live ad reads just like this one, professional video commercials, or exclusive segment sponsorships throughout every game. Packages are available by season, school year, or monthly, starting at just $400. Engage with passionate fans, boost your visibility, and support the local sports community. Join Game Time Sports today and make your message heard on and off the field. Email GameTimeSports9@gmail.com for more details. Game Time Sports, making high school sports an all-star experience for every viewer. And as we begin the top of the fourth here, it's Sean Go still on the mound as that one is grounded over to second. Nobody's covering first, so it's going to be an infield single to lead it off. That was Jackson Murphy, the leadoff hitter for Norriton. And I'll bring up Shane Garino as he fouls one off to the right. Garino is 0 for 1 on the day, but he worked a nice walk in the last inning. He takes low for ball one. Go just 10 pitches into his outing as he took over for Kugler. In that bottom of the third, which saw Norriton explode for 7 runs. That one is low. Will get away from Schmid behind the plate. And scampering over to second is Jackson Murphy. The pitch. In there for a called strike to Garino. The pitch, curveball, just high. So a 3-2 count to Garino. Battling against Sean Go out there on the mound. The right-hander kicks and delivers. The pitch taken low and outside, ball 4. So first and second here for Norriton. So they look to have a similar inning as last. As striding to the plate is Antonio Morales. The pitch for Morales, or the pitch to Morales, is outside. It gets away from Schmid. It will allow the runners to advance 90 feet. So Schmid will go out and talk to Go. The fans over to our left are having some trouble with their umbrella with the wind. It's not going anywhere. It just kind of flipped itself inside out. As we bring it back to baseball. And a 1-0 count. The pitch. Skied out to center. Under it is Brown. He'll make the catch. Tagging and heading to the plate. And scoring is Jackson Murphy. As the throw is well up the first base line. So another run will cross for Norriton to make it 8-3. But Centennial does get their first out of the inning in the form of fly out to Colton Brown. That'll bring up Connor Logan, the cleanup man for Norriton. He hit a double over the right fielder's head in his last at-bat. Looking to do the same here. The pitch from Go. In there for a called strike. Breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. They'll make the count quickly 0-2 to Connor Logan. Here's the pitch. Inside. That one skips in the dirt to make the count 1-2. To Connor Logan. Goes 1-2 off ring. It's hit hard towards first. Nobody covering first again. And it will be an RBI infield single for Connor Logan. So that's twice now we've seen it this inning where Sean Go forgot to cover first. And this time it will result in a run for Norriton as we take another look. Hit hard to first, but routine. But nobody there to cover. A good scoop by Widener to get it. But didn't have anybody to throw to as the run crosses to score. As that one is inside off the glove of Schmidt, allowing the runner to advance to second. He went way late. I think Schmidt assumed that he was going to have the base easily, so he wasn't looking to throw. His teammates were calling for it, though. That will allow Logan to second base. Here with Jude Leary at the plate. Leary is 0 for 1 on the day. He walked in the last inning. The pitch. In there for a called strike. And a 6-run lead here for Norriton. After going hitless through the first 2 frames, they've really come alive here in the last 2. So that one is skied out towards first. Under it to make the play, Widener. And there's 2 outs. That pitch from Go is in there on the outside corner. It'll bring up Nico Echeverria. Echeverria 0 for 1 as he takes outside. Just off the plate. But it definitely was off the plate. Here's the pitch. Runner goes to third. The ball is dropped, but it's in there for a strike nonetheless. So it'll be a 2-1 count. They're crouching a 1-2 count. The pitch. Taken low and outside. That one is cut on and missed. Strike 3 to retire the side. 1 man left on base for Norriton, but they strike for 2 to extend their lead. It's now 9-3. And welcome back. It's the first pitch from Bartlett is in there for a strike. He's facing Matt Boyle to kick things off this inning. As Boyle skies one to right. Ranging is the right fielder. He'll make the play. That's Matzinger. And quickly one away. Just a note there on Matt Boyle. He is the younger brother of Duquesne center fielder Sean Boyle, who may or may not be still watching. As it bring up Whitting. Vinny Whitting swings and misses at the first offering. Whitting 0 for 1, but he was plunked in the first. Here's the pitch, taken outside. Sun's starting to come right over the football stadium. Gonna make it difficult for the left side of the infield to see. Here's the pitch, fouled off. And the count moves 1-2. Elliot Bartlett took over for Mercado after the first. As that one goes low. Looked like it caught the catcher, Sean Doyle. He'll walk it off. The pitch runs high and inside. Chin music there for Whitting. So count's now full. The payoff pitch. Taken high, ball 4. So Whitting reaches base for a second time tonight. And it'll bring up Charlie Pagano. Correction, we have a substitution. It's going to be Zach Chubb. Pinch hitting for Pagano here. The first pitch he sees runs inside. Bartlett up to 51 pitches here in his 4th inning of work. He's through 3 1/3. The pitch at the knees for a ball. A little bit of a sweeping slider there. Couldn't quite get it into the zone. The 2-0. Taken high, ball 3. So Zach Chubb seen 3 balls so far here in this at-bat. The pitch. Taken outside, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk will put runners at first and second. And bring up DJ Widener, the first baseman for Centennial, as we have a mound visit here for the Norriton Marshals. We'll see what they decide to do. At 55 pitches, Elliot Bartlett, his command is starting to dwindle, but he's still looking good enough. With 1 out, runners at first and second. So we'll see what they decide to do here. They will stick with Elliot Bartlett. It'll bring up DJ Widener. With 1 out, the first pitch is in there at the knees for a called strike. Widener 0 for 2 today. Looking to change that right here. Batting in the 6th spot, he squares to bunt. With 1 out, the runner takes off for third. There will be no throw. And a successful fake bunt there for Widener. The pitch inside almost got him. But a good job by Doyle to keep that one in front, not letting it get to the backstop with the runner over there at third. It's a short backstop here at Norristown High School, but you never know what the bounce is or who's going to try and leg one out there. So that one is fouled away into the stands. The pitch, swing and a miss. And DJ Widener is down on strikes. It'll bring up Peter Borgman. There's 2 outs, runners on second and third. We've seen this situation before from Centennial in this game. They were unable to capitalize on the runners in scoring position earlier today. We'll see what they can do here. The first pitch to Borgman is in for a called strike. Elliot Bartlett looking to dig himself out of a jam here. He holds a 6-run lead, though. The pitch. Grounded softly and foul. An hour and 34 minutes into this one. We're in the top of the 5th. With Centennial trying to get a 2-out rally here to start the comeback trail. The 0-2. Grounded foul to the right side. So Borgman continues to battle here, still down 0-2. The 0-2 from Bartlett. Inside. Almost got him. Bartlett delivers to Borgman. Inside again. It's now 2-2. The Norriton left-hander kicks and fires. The 2-2 grounded over to third. Across the diamond, the first in time for the out. That's Connor Logan connecting with Jackson Murphy to retire the side. 2 men left on base for Centennial. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It's Norriton 9, Centennial 3. You're watching Game Time Sports' presentation of the Bucks-Mont Connie Mack A Division. Welcome back to Game Time Sports. New pitcher on the mound for Centennial. It's number 11, Jude Leary. Correction, Jude Leary's on Norriton. It's number 11, Colton Brown. He's facing number 11, but there's two number 11s on Norriton. This one is going to be Tyler Matzinger. This count runs to 2-1. Matzinger had a double in the third to one end the no-hit bid, but two start quite the offensive inning for Norriton. As he gets another one, hard hit out to left. And will be down for another single. Matzinger is swinging the bat quite well today. I'll bring up Sean Doyle, the catcher, as Brown throws over to first. That one is fouled off by Doyle. So that'll bring the count to 0-2. Correction, 0-1. As Doyle sends one hard hit on the ground down the left field line, it's going to be in for a single. Matzinger will hold up at second, and it's back-to-back hits for Norriton. We'll take another look. Good job getting the pitch he could hit, keeping his hands inside the ball and hitting that one hard down the third base line. We'll now bring up Nico Echeverria, or Kretchen. We have a substitution. It's Caleb Mercado at the plate. So he takes a called strike. The last single was from Shane Doyle, and it was Matzinger who had the leadoff single, which I believe I had correct. There was a substitution. Bartlett is now out of the game. Back in is Mercado for Norriton. That's where the confusion was. The count is now 1-2. To Mercado. The pitch. Low. Good spot, though, with two strikes from Brown. As there's a swing and a miss, strike three. And Brown has his first strikeout of the night. Up to the plate is Jackson Murphy, the leadoff man for Norriton, as he takes on the outside corner for a strike. Now it is skied over to third on the infield. The catch is made by Vinny Whitting. He's made a couple of strong plays over there at third base tonight. And we'll bring up Shane Garino. Garino 0 for 1 on the day with a pair of walks. And that one is cut on and missed. Pitch skied to center. In is Lorenz, and he makes the play to retire the side. 5 men come to the plate, 2 left on for Norriton. We'll head to the top of the 6th. You're watching Bucksmont Connie Mack Baseball live on Game Time Sports. Welcome back to Game Time Sports. Let me tell you about my friends over at On the Radar Sports, who are helping athletes and families take control of their sports journey. With your free athlete passport, you can manage your recruiting journey, connect to exclusive baseball exposure experiences, track your development and performance metrics, discover showcase opportunities, and much more. Whether you're working towards your next season, your next team, or your dream college opportunity, On the Radar Sports gives you the tools to stay connected, informed, and ready every step of the way. Activate your free athlete passport today at OTR-sports.com. That's OTR-sports.com. On the Radar Sports. One passport, unlimited possibilities. And then tune in 2 nights a week on Game Time Sports for the Matt Paul Basketball Historic Orland Summer League. You can find out when we're going to be there and when we're going to be anywhere else by checking out our Instagram page at gametime.sports. We post the broadcast schedule for each week every Sunday, so make sure you're tuned into that to know where we are every week. Connor Logan now on the mound for Norriton. He'll deliver it to Andrew Schmid, just high on the first pitch to make the count 1-0. The 1-0 cut on and missed. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes is Schmid. As Connor Logan has his first strikeout of the night. A good fastball at the top of the zone. As it'll bring up Sean Go. Go replaced Kugler earlier in this game. The first pitch he sees from Logan is in there for a called strike. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. A hearty hack there from Go. Let out quite the grunt on that swing and a miss. The next offering fouled away. Another hearty hack. Sean Go down 0-2, but battling. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him at the top of the zone. As Go throws his bat in the air in frustration. So 2 outs via the strikeout for Connor Logan. It'll now bring up Colton Brown, the leadoff man for Centennial. The first pitch he sees is outside. The 0-1. Grounded over to first. And through the legs. That one got past Jackson Murphy. Brown will take a big turn over there at first, but retreat back to the bag as nobody was holding him on over there at first so he could take as much of a turn as he wanted to. It's going to be a hard hit ball to reach base For the leadoff man, Colton Brown, it'll bring up Lucas Lorenz, the two-hitter here in the Centennial batting order, to face Connor Logan. The pitch. Grounded hard up the middle. Scooped up at second. The throw over to first in time for the out to retire the side. A fine play out there by Jude Leary. One man reaches for Centennial. They'll leave him aboard. We'll head to the top of the 7th. It's Norriton 9, Centennial 3. Welcome back to Game Time Sports. This first offering is in there for a strike from Colton Brown. The 0-1 grounded to first by Morales. Brown over there to scoop it up with a glove. The flip to first, not in time. Good effort by Colton Brown to get over there, but not enough to get the runner. Now the 0-0 offering taken high by number 34, Connor Logan. The 1-0 in there for a strike, and the runner takes off for a second as that one was dropped by Schmid. So 1-1 the count. At the plate, Connor Logan. So he calls time. Was waiting for the dugout to yell your box. That one is low. 9-3 the score. Here at Norristown High School, the pitch. Fouled back. That one will get to the school. Which, if you've never been to Norristown High School, is home plate, and then where our camera is, and then right behind that is the high school. Or one of the buildings of the high school. They have a couple. That pitch is in there for a strike. And quite the celebration from Colton Brown. She gets a called strike 3 on the eephus. And that one is low. It gets away from the catcher. The throw to third is in the left field. Morales thought about advancing to home, but he wisely stays there at third. With Jude Leary at the plate. So that one is in there for a strike. That one is lined on the left field line and foul. The wheels are starting to fall off this game. As the pitch in there for a call. Strike three. Colton Brown thought that was strike three. He started walking off the field. That's just two. Or what? It was strike three. He thought it was the third out. So with Morales at third, that one is skied in the foul territory, ranging in the foul ground and making the catch in play. Great play over there by DJ Widener to keep his feet in play and make a great catch on the boundary. We'll now head to the top of the seventh. It's Norriton 9, Centennial 3. A lot of work to be done for the Panthers. Welcome back to Game Time Sports. So the first pitch is low to Matt Boyle. The 1-0 offering from Logan is grounded over to short. Up with it is Leary. His throw across the diamond in time. And one down. Here's the 0-0. Up and in. That pitch in the dirt. Here's the next offering, and that one is low and in the dirt to make the count 2-1. That pitch is upstairs, and Vinny Whitting walks. That'll bring up Zach Chubb. With a runner on first, the pitch. In the dirt, it gets away. Whitting to second base. He'll be there standing. And a runner on second now for Centennial as they're down 6, looking to make a comeback with 1 away. The pitch. Inside for a ball. It'll make the count 2-0 to Zach Chubb. In there for a called strike. That one is skied over to third. Under it, Mercado. He'll make the play. That'll bring up DJ Widener. The pitch from Logan. Swing and a miss from Widener. Remember to stay tuned after the game for our post-game report and player of the game interview. Directly following the conclusion of this game, or as soon as we can get the player up here for the interview. That pitch is in for a strike. So 0-2 here. The pitch, runner goes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will do it. Norriton with a 9-3 victory over Centennial. They will improve their record to 4-7 and jump Centennial in the standings. We'll take a quick break and have our player of the game interview in just a moment. This is Game Time Sports' presentation of Bucksmont Connie Mack Baseball. All right, I'm here with our on-the-radar sports player of the game, Tyler Matzinger. Tyler, you had the double that kind of started the rally for you guys in the third and broke up their no-hitter. What was your mindset when you were walking into the box?
Sorry. Gotta put the ball in play. Gotta start something. A double is better than a single, and you just gotta start the inning. Gotta start it right.
After that double, it kind of seemed like it was a fight at the bat rack for you guys. When your team's clicking offensively like you were tonight, how important is that for your guys' success?
It's the most important thing. You gotta put more runs up to win the game. And it's the most important thing. You know, more runs, more wins, and to start it off, it's good. It's a good feeling.
And then the Connie Mack season, it can have a lot of ups and downs throughout, but it's a long season, a lot of weeknight games where you guys kind of have to stay course. What works best for your team to stay course throughout a long season heading into the playoffs?
Everyone being consistent, keep coming to games, practice when available, all that. Just everyone being here, being a good teammate, even if you don't play, hyping each other up.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Tyler. Congrats on player of the game.
Thank you.
Have a good one. All right, and that will do it for us here at Norristown High School. Our second Bucksmont Connie Mack game of the season. We'll have more coming for you next week. So make sure you're tuned in to Game Time Sports. Follow us on Instagram at gametime.sports so you never miss where we're going to be each week. I'm Brendan Flato. Our camera operator today was Connor Lauerman. Producing the show was Michael Lee. We hope you guys have a great night and enjoy our next game. Next Monday, we'll be in Orland for Summer League basketball. Have a good night, everybody.